Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Ozark Foothills Conference Tournament here on YouTube and the Kurt River Broadcasting. This is Keith Bowman, and we've got third place games here for you tonight at the Bill Wright Gymnasium in Doniphan. In the junior varsity game, Neelyville claimed the third place trophy with a 53-41 win over Greenville. And we've got the varsity girls, varsity boys games coming your way right here on YouTube tonight. And our third place girls game is going to be the Doniphan Donettes and the Twin Rivers Lady Royals. These two teams have met already twice this year. The Donettes have won both times down at Twin Rivers. This is the first meeting between the two here at Doniphan this year. And it's hard to beat a good team 3 times in 1 year, even if you're trying to do it third time on your floor. So Donettes are going to have to not let their guard down. They're going to have to play well because Twin Rivers, I'm sure, is wanting to get back at them. And we find out today that these two teams are seeded number 3 and number 4 in the upcoming Class 3 district tournament, which starts a week from Saturday up at Clearwater High School in Piedmont. The Donettes got the number 3 seed, and Twin Rivers the number 4 seed. Arcadia Valley, I believe, got the 1 seed on the girls' side, and we actually thought Saxony Lutheran would be the number 1, but they got the number 2, so the Donettes are in the bracket with Saxony Lutheran instead of Arcadia Valley. But if Arcadia Valley seeded number 1, they must be as good or better than Saxony Lutheran anyway. But these two teams seeded number 3 and number 4. They are the number 3 and number 4 seeds in this tournament as well, and that's what they're playing for, third place here tonight. And the varsity game coming up next after this, we'll also carry that one for you. It'll be Neelyville and Greenville's boys playing for third place in the varsity. By the way, I'm Keith Bowman, and I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here tonight and bring you these games, and we'll be back tomorrow night. Hopefully, if everything goes good, we will be on YouTube again tomorrow night with the championship games from over at Three Rivers. We don't know until we get there. I assume, though, we'll at least have the varsity boys game no matter what on KYEC 88.3 FM. The starters for the Twin Rivers Lady Royals, Katie Hester, a 5'5 junior, Katie Baxter, a 5'8 junior, Kylie Lewis, a 5'4 senior, Emily Joyner, a 5'11 senior, and Katie Gerke, a 5'7 senior. And for some reason or another, I don't know, they're having sicknesses going around at all the schools. Caitlin South, who usually leads in the scoring of the game, is stressed out, but she is not starting tonight for some reason. For the Donettes, it'll be Timberly Massey, Jacqueline Friend, Savannah Aaron, Paige Eddington, and Haley Bill playing in her last home game here at Doniphan High School tonight. She is the lone senior on the Donettes squad this year. And we're ready to get this third place game underway. We're glad you've joined us tonight. By the way, if you tuned into the radio, we're not on tonight. Matt didn't have enough of his Kurt River Broadcasting kids to do the cameras and back at the radio station. Some of them are sick, so we're just on YouTube tonight. So if you know somebody that might listen that might not know, you might ought to give them a call. Donettes get the tip, and Jacqueline French shoots a 3, missed it. And Emily Joyner gets the rebound for Twin Rivers. Pass up the court to Kylie Lewis. And Twin Rivers has the basketball. We played a half a minute here in the first quarter. Lewis left wing. And the Donettes are playing a zone. The Gerke on the baseline. Back to Lewis. Boy, she's a good 3-point shooter, and that's a long one, but it's no good. And Eddington gets the rebound. So both teams miss a 3 their first trip down the floor. And the Donettes bring it back the other way. Pass up ahead to Jacqueline Friend on the right wing. Twin Rivers is in a zone as well. Back to Mashing, back to Friend, down to Eddington on the baseline. Out front to Mashing. She swings it left side to Beal. Stops and pops from 15. It's an air ball, but Eddington rebounds underneath, goes up, and she's fouled. And Paige Eddington will shoot 2 free throws trying to break this scoreless tie here with 1 minute gone in the first quarter. That foul was on Kylie Lewis. And Paige Eddington at the free throw line, and the first one no good. Well, it's always good to start with your first shot going in. Next one up, it's good. Oh, it's 1-0 Donettes. And they'll drop back into a 1-3-1 zone. Lewis and Hester will play a two-man front with Mashing out there in between them. Hester's got it right side, back left side to Lewis. Lewis is going to dribble back out, throws it in the corner to Gerke. Dribbles baseline, cut off, back out to Lewis. Fakes a three-pointer, back cross-court pass to Hester on the right wing. Now on the baseline goes to Gerke. Back to Hester, a long three's up, no good. Offensive rebound down there by Katie Gerke, back out to Hester. Long three-point shots, if they miss, they make long rebounds, and sometimes it's hard to get the rebound. Gerke back in the corner, inside to Joyner, but it goes through her hands. It's loose on the floor. They go for the floor, to the floor, and we got a tie ball, and it'll be Twin Rivers' basketball. And it'll be Gerke to throw it in. Into Lewis, out to Hester. Throws it in the paint to Joyner. Turns, shoots, no good, but we got a foul. And I think that's going to be on Savannah Aaron. Need to make those shots and don't foul them on those. Joyner is a 5'11" senior. And she steps up to the line and makes the first free throw and ties the game. And Caitlin South checks in for Twin Rivers and replaces Katie Gerke. And South is excellent ball player. Second free throw, no good, but an offensive rebound by Baxter, and she missed it. And Savannah Aaron rebounds for the Donettes. And she has it knocked away by South, gets it back, and finally gets it away to Mashing, who played 2 minutes, and it's 1-1. Jacqueline Friend gives it in the corner to Beal. Beal's going to dribble in and put it up about 8 feet, shoots it too hard. Paige Eddington, good hustle, save it in the corner. Back out to Mashing. Saves the possession for the Donettes. Over to Jacqueline Friend. Back in the corner to Beal. Beal, cross court, Mashing. He dribbled back out of the key, and she's going to lose it. No, they didn't call carry there. I guess she kept her hand on it. Haley Beal for three. It's short. And the rebound comes down to Joyner, and we got another foul on the Donettes. This one's on Paige Eddington. That'll be her first and the second team foul. And Gerke coming back in for Twin Rivers, replacing Katie Baxter. 5:20 to go in the first quarter. It's 1-1. Twin Rivers and Donettes playing here for third place in the OFC tournament. Lewis back out front to Hester. Dribbles over towards the right side. Haley Beal staying close to Caitlin South over there. Free throw line. South dribbles into the paint, kicks it out in the corner. Gerke, she's going to shoot a three. It's no good. Offensive rebound by Hester. Dribbles in, her shot blocked. Ball loose on the floor. Paige Eddington goes after it, knocks it into the front court, goes in and shoots and scores. Great hustle by Paige Eddington. She knocked it way down the floor, and Haley Beal steals the inbound pass and lays it in. It makes it 5-1 as she laid back and caught him off guard and took it away from Katie Hester, and it's 5-1 Donettes. Hester out front, back over on the left side to Lewis. In the corner, Gerke. Dribbles baseline, cut off in the lane to Joyner. Her little jumper short, and Jacqueline Friend gets the rebound for the Donettes. Mashie will walk it up. Edier and Baca getting ready to check in for the Donettes, and Baxter getting ready to check back in for the Lady Royals. Friend, right point, to Beal. Back to Friend out front, over on the left side to Mashing. Beal at the free throw line, open, turn, shoots, no good. Eddington rebounds, puts it up and in. 5 points for Paige Eddington, and the Donettes lead 7-1. We just passed the halfway mark in the first quarter. We got a timeout by Coach Kelly Westerfield of the Twin Rivers Lady Royals, and a little shaky start for both teams there for a couple minutes, but last minute or so, the Donettes have put 6 points on the board and taken a 7-1 lead. If you're just joining in, Mealyville won the junior varsity third place over Greenville 53-41. And Greenville and Neelyville will also play in the varsity third place game, and that'll be coming up after this one. So Vanessa Baca and Emily Eddier check in for the Donettes. And we got Friend and Friend and Aaron check out. And Baxter came back in for Joyner for Twin Rivers. Donettes still in the 1-3-1. Hester gives it to Lewis on the left side. Now to South, fakes the three, going to put it up from 15, too hard, and the ball's going to go out of bounds. I think last touch by Haley Beal. Baxter done a good job of getting inside position, and Beal knocked it out of her hand, so it'll stay with the Lady Royals. Gerke throws it way out front to Lewis. Back in the corner to Gerke. Dribbles in, and the ball knocked out of her hands. It's going to be off the Donettes as it goes out of bounds. Gerke will step over on the left side of Twin Rivers basket now and throw it in. Throws it in the corner to Lewis. Now to South, wide open three. It's up and it's short. And Eddington rebounds for the Donettes, has it knocked away, gets it back. Now she's going to run it into the front court. Stops and waits on her teammates. That's a smart decision by Paige Eddington. Baca gives it in the corner to Beal. She's open, three-pointer, and no good. And South rebounds for Twin Rivers. Quickly into the front court, throws it up in the corner to Lewis, back to the wing. Now up front to Hester. Hester down low, and she overshoots Baxter, throws it up on the stage. And the turnover will give it back to the Donettes, and now Twin Rivers is going to set up in the full court pressure. Inbounds pass comes to Mashing, back to Eddington. Eddington dribbles up, throws it in the front court to Baca. Baca's going to take it in, shoot from about 8, but she shot it about 10. And Eddier gets the offensive rebound, though, to Beal in the lane. It's knocked away. Picked up by Eddington. Head fake, goes up, puts it up, and it scores again. 7 points here in the first quarter for Paige Eddington, and it's 9-1 Donettes. 2:35 to go in the first quarter. Hester dribbles down. Nice pass to Gerke. She's wide open on the offside, and she lays it in. And that's how you got to attack the 1-3-1 zone. They throw it from the one side to the other on down low. Pass up ahead to Eddier. Gives it back to Haley Beal. Beal on the left wing has it knocked away, gets it back. She's open on the baseline again, and it's good. Haley Beal from about 15. 11-3 Donettes. Hester dribbles over there outside again, gives it in the corner to South. She double teamed. Back to Hester on the wing. Cross court to Lewis. In the corner to Gerke. Back to Lewis. South will take it in the paint, down in there, and lays it up the finger roll. It's good. They won't let her get started. Just on YouTube. Yep. And we got a timeout here. I hope I didn't miss anything. I think I got 11 points on the board. It's 11-5. It's a short timeout, so we'll stay right here. So far, Paige Eddington's got 7. Haley Beal's got 4. And for Twin Rivers, it's 2 for Caitlin South, 2 for Katie Gerke, and 1 for Emily Joyner. And it's 11-5 here I'll have to wait to running the timeout time down. I think we're under 2 minutes to go, a minute and something here in the first quarter. Playing for third place here in the OFC tournament. Neelyville and Naylor will play tomorrow night for the championship at 6:30 on the girls' side. And the Dons and Twin Rivers Royal play tomorrow night at 8:30 for the Varsity Boys Championship. Full court pressure. Paige Eddington's going to dribble it up, has it knocked away, gets it back, gives it back to Mashing. Twin Rivers still in the zone. Hannah Davis is checked in. Gives it in the corner to Eddington. Goes around. Joyner goes in. Now she missed the shot, but she got fouled. And she'll go back to the free throw line. Well, Paige and Haley Beal both been very active here in the first quarter. That foul on Gerke here, her first. Second team foul on Twin Rivers. Paige's free throw rims out. First time she was there, she made 1 out of 2. And she's got 7 points, and Kylie Lewis is checking back in for Twin Rivers. And Katie Hester checks out. And Savannah Aaron back in for the Donettes, and she'll replace Haley Beal. 1:16 to go in the first quarter. Eddington's second shot is good. That makes the score 12-5 Donettes. And Kylie Lewis will run the point now with Hester on the bench. She gives it over to Olivia Douglas, also checked in for Twin Rivers. And a steal by Edinger. Got Mashing up ahead. She should have a run out. Goes down, lays it up, and shot partially blocked. Good hustle by Caitlin South. And I think Mashing kind of slowed up a little bit and let her catch up, and she knocked it out. And when it come back down, it hit one of the Donettes and went out of bounds. So the Donettes missed an opportunity there for sure. South in the right corner. Cross court to Lewis. Bounces in the lane to Gerke. She puts it up, and it's good. Another 2 for Gerke. She's got 4, and it's 12-7. Mashing, and she has it taken away from behind. She's running alongside South, puts it up and in. Mashing let her sneak up behind her. You got to know they're coming up behind you. And that press is paying dividends here right at the minute. Eddington gives it in the corner to Hannah Davis. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Mashing dribbles back out front. Right wing to Davis. In the paint to Edinger. Turns, puts it up and in. Good pass from Hannah Davis and a nice shot from Emily Edinger. And it's 14-9 Donette. And Edinger gets a hand on that one and bats it out of bounds. Almost another steal. And we got 5.1 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And Twin Rivers with a chance here to cut into the lead. Inbounds pass comes to Gerke down into the paint. They let her get in there. She puts it up and it goes in. And that was not good defense at all, that last possession. So that makes the score 14-11 Donettes at the end of the first quarter here in the OFC third place game. So we'll be back in just a minute. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody. Keith Bowman back at Doniphan High School here with a third place game in the girls bracket. And the Donettes got off to a good start. Twin Rivers cut it down a little bit there at the end of the first quarter, and the Donettes lead 14-11 as we head to the second quarter. And the Donettes send out Friend, Eddington, Mashing, Beal, and Aaron. And they've got the ball first. In the lane, Beal wide open, turnaround jumper, short-armed it a little bit. Gerke rebounds, takes it up the side, and Jacob Friend gets a hand and knocks it out of bounds. So stay with Twin Rivers. They have Gerke, Hester, Baxter, Lewis, and South on the floor. Kylie Lewis deep on the right wing. Gives it to South at the head of the key. Left side to Hester. Steps inside, puts it up from 15. That's good for Katie Hester, and it's a one-point game. They go back to the full court pressure. Beal trying to dribble through, ball knocked away. South trying to save it, saves it to Hester, puts it up, she's fouled. They got a chance to take the lead. The Donettes have got a little slack with the basketball. The press is kind of getting to them a little bit, and Hester's got a chance to give Twin Rivers the lead here. After the Donettes had I believe it was a 10-1 lead at one point, I believe. Hester's free throw is good, and that ties it. She has 3 points, 14 all. 7:24 to go in the first half. Next one by Hester, it's no good. And Paige Eddington rebounds for the Donettes. Gives it to Mashing. Twin Rivers still pressing off a missed free throw, and they get another steal. And that's a travel on Hester there. Donettes getting weak with the basketball there. Even Paige Eddington kind of lost that one there, let it get away from her. If they start pressing after missed shots, the Donettes got to start looking up the floor. Mashing, lob Lobs it up in the front court to Beal. Dribbles down the left side. Hesitation move. Goes to the baseline. Cut off out front. Mashing. She's open for three. It's no good. Eddington with another rebound. Now she tied up with Baxter. And it'll be Twin Rivers ball. The Twin Rivers again got a chance to take the lead here with 6:53 left in the first half. South in the corner, picked up quickly. Back to Lewis on the wing. Back to South. Not quick enough. Three-pointer up in and out. And Eddington rebounds. Well, you don't want to give her that shot very often. Mashing lobs it up to Eddington. Eddington over to Jacqueline French. She's open. Doesn't take the three into Beal. She's going to take it in. Her shot blocked. And we're going to have another tie ball, I believe, and it'll be the Donettes ball this time. Good block. I'm not really sure who got it. I think it was Katie Baxter, but I'm not sure. Emily Joyner back in for the Lady Royals, and Gerke out. Haley Beal to inbound it. Out to Paige Eddington out front. Over to French. She's open for three. Shot up, no good. Ball batted around. Katie Hester gets it for the Twin Rivers, and she's going to have it knocked away by Aaron, and Aaron steals it. Eddington will get it. In the corner, Beal. She's open for three. It's good. Haley Beal for three. 7 points for Beal, and the Donettes go back up 17-14. Good hustle by Savannah Aaron to get that steal and keep the ball on that end for the Donettes. Kylie Lewis is going to shoot that long, and it looks good, and it is. You've got to guard her when she catches the ball, no matter where she's at. She doesn't shoot a whole lot, but she makes a good percentage of it. Eddington going to dribble down to the paint, and she traveled. Should have just went ahead and shot it there. But we're tied at 17. 5 minutes and 41 seconds left in the second quarter. Twin Rivers with the basketball. In the corner, South. She's open for three, and that's good. I'm telling you, folks, you've got to stay on South and Lewis. The rest of them you can pretty much let go, but you have to stay on those two. You take your chances with the rest of them. Jacqueline Friend's going to try to answer back. It's short. Ball loose on the floor. And Katie Baxter, oh, she traveled with it. My goodness. Pass up ahead to Lewis, and it overshoots her out of bounds. And it will be Donettes ball. And Olivia Douglas back in for Twin Rivers, and Katie Hester will check out. Emily Edier in for the Donettes, and Jacqueline Friend checks out. 5:04 to go in the first half. Twin Rivers leads it on that three by South, 20-17. Mashing, gives it to Edier, turns, shoots an air ball. It looked like somebody got a hand on that. I guess not, though. Or at least they didn't see it. She was wide open, though. Coach Kelly Westerfield is really running those players in and out. South open in the corner again. This one's an air ball, though. He rushed out a little bit, and Haley Beal's going to try to go through a double team. We're going to have a foul on Olivia Douglas. That is her first and the third team foul. Katie Gerke back in for Twin Rivers, and Katie Baxter out. Twin Rivers is at a 1-2-2 full court press. Donettes not having much trouble with that. Beal down into the paint, kicks it out in the corner, out front, Mashing fakes the three, gives it to Savannah Aaron on the right wing, back to Mashing, back to Aaron on the wing, in the lane to Eddington. She goes up, and no good. We call the foul on the floor, and that one is on Katie Gerke, her second, and they called it on the floor, so the Donettes will inbound it. Oh, they're asking about that last foul at the other end. It was on Douglas. Hester back in, and Gerke goes out with those two fouls. Ball inbound. Haley Beal for three. Looks good, and it is. That's her second one. She has 10 points now, and we're tied at 20. 4:05 left, first half. Hester, South, Lewis, Joyner, and Douglas. Douglas has got it in the corner. She's double teamed. To South, beautiful pass to Joyner and lays it in with the left hand. Can't move it any better than that. The Donettes got caught double teaming Douglas in the corner, and I don't really think you need to double team her, but I know they're trying to trap. Now Beal puts it on the floor, and they knock it away from behind. Another steal. Lewis goes in, left-handed layup, looking good. And every time the Donettes start getting lackadaisical with the ball, they start throwing it away or getting knocked away from behind. And Twin Rivers is getting a lot of hands on a lot of passes. And they shouldn't be doing that. They're up by 4 now. Ball in the lane to Page. Goes over and goes up, and we're going to have a holding foul. And I think it'll be 2 shots. I don't think they'll call that one on the floor. You got to be kidding me. There's no way that foul's on the floor. They're just not going to let him shoot a free throw, I don't guess. We got a full timeout with 3:11 to go. Twin Rivers leads 24-20. We'll be back here in a second. Welcome back, everybody. 24-20. The Lady Royals lead it here with 3:11 left first half. And it's going to be Donettes ball underneath their own basket. That was team foul number 5 on Twin Rivers. And let's see, I think we've still got all the same girls in there that went out. And it will be Timberly Mashing to throw it in for the Donettes. To Aaron, and she passes out to Beal, and again they got a hand on it. Savannah's open in the corner for 3, no good. Kylie Lewis with the rebound. Not much work into the ball there. Hester over on the right side to Lewis. You better get out there and guard her. In the corner South, back to Lewis. She's open, doesn't take it. Over to Hester. Lob down low, the ball hits the rim. She was trying to hit South. Timberly Mashing gets it from the Donettes. And Caitlin South almost steals it away from her. Pass over to Haley Beal. She's open from 15, and she hits it again. 12 points for Haley Beal. Haley's got 12, and Eddington has 8. And Eddier's got 2, and that's all for the Donettes. 24-22. Got a long 3 by Lewis, no good. And Eddington got Beal got the rebound, outlet pass to Eddier. And she'll throw it back to Aaron. Out front to Beal, and Beal will give it back to Aaron, and then they'll give it to Mashing and set it up. Chance to tie here. Beal open in the corner, 3-pointers up, no good. And that was Baxter with the rebound. 1:55 left in the half. Jacqueline Friend at the scorer's table, and Katie Gerke for Twin Rivers. Next dead ball. Hester down low again to Joyner. She catches and puts it in. The second time they've done that. Haley Beal will get it across the timeline. Dribbled down and almost had it knocked away again. South is sneaky at coming up behind. Some of the other Donettes players have to holler and tell them that they're coming up from behind them like that. Mashing. She's open for 3, and she banked it in. We'll take it. They would have done it. They would have took it, so we'll take it too. 26-25. Twin Rivers leads by 1. Lewis, going to get it to South in the corner, picked up quickly, cross court. Hester open from 15, shot up and good. She Yes, 5. Paige Eddington bounces up ahead to Van Aaron, gets it back, shot up, no good. A lot of contact there for no foul. And Twin Rivers comes out with it. South penetrates, stops, pops, one-hander, good. That's 9 points for Caitlin South. And it's a 5-point lead. Savannah Aaron open for 3. It's up, no good. Edier rebound. She puts it up, no good, but she's fouled. And she'll get a couple of shots. And that's going to be the second one on Kylie Lewis. And Emily Edier will be shooting 2 now. We have Douglas and also Katie Deacon getting ready to check in for Twin Rivers. Edier's free throw is no good. Jacqueline Friend back in for Savannah Aaron. Joyner and Lewis check out. 25 and a half seconds left in the first half. 30-25 Twin Rivers. Free throw, no good. Paige Eddington, good hustle. Knocks it out, saves the possession again for the Donettes. 19 seconds left. Friend gives it in the corner. Beals open again in that deep left corner. She buries another one. Got to get on South here. Throws it up in the corner. Douglas is going to fire 3. It's an air ball. And the ball is going to go out of bounds, and Twin Rivers is going to have a shot here with 1.1 seconds to go. That ball missed so bad it come off there. It was hard to rebound, and Beal couldn't handle it. Got to make sure you get on South. You got to guard her. Esther throws up a 3. It's short. So that's the end of the first half. And it is Twin Rivers 30 and the Donettes 28 here at halftime of the third place game in the Ozark Foothills Conference Tournament. This is the third meeting of the year between these two. The first one, the Donettes won by 1. And they were up by 4, and they hit a last-second 3 to make it a 1-point game. And the last time the Donettes won pretty handily down at Twin Rivers. But Twin Rivers is wanting some revenge here tonight, and they lead it by 2, but it looks like this one will probably go down to the wire. So we'll be back here in just a short while, and we'll run down the first half scoring for you. 30-28 in favor of Twin Rivers. Welcome back, everybody. This is Keith Bowman back at Bill Elwright Gymnasium in Doniphan. We're at halftime of the girls' third place game, and the Twin Rivers Lady Royals lead the Doniphan Donettes 30-28. And we'll give you the score of the JV game, third place game. It was Neelyville 53, Greenville 41. So Neelyville got the third place trophy on junior varsity boys side. Scoring in the first half for Twin Rivers, 9 points for Caitlin South, 6 for Katie Gerke, 5 apiece for Kylie Lewis, Emily Joyner, and Katie Hester. And they were 2 out of 4 at the free throw line. Donettes got a big first half from senior Haley Beal playing her last game here in the Bill Elwright Gymnasium. She had 15 points. She hit 3 threes and 3 twos. Paige Eddington had a good first half, had 8 points. But then it fell all the way off to 3 points for Kimberly Mashing. That was a three-pointer, and 2 for Emily Edier. And the Donettes were only 2 out of 6 at the free throw line. Donettes jumped out early to a good-sized lead there. I think it was 10-1. But you go after that, they were outscored 29-18 after that. But it's only a 2-point game here at halftime. And as I said before we went to break, this is the third time these two teams have played this year. The Donettes have won the first 2. So you know Twin Rivers is wanting some revenge. And there is even a possibility that they could play again in the district tournament. I really don't think that probably will happen, but it is a possibility. I was supposed to get the brackets for the district tournament here. I guess I'll have to try to get them before tomorrow night so we can go over those. And as far as tomorrow night goes, at 5 o'clock, at 5:30, excuse me, it's the Junior Varsity Boys Championship, Doniphan and East Carter. At 7 o'clock, the Neelyville Lady Tigers and Naylor Lady Eagles will battle it out for first in the girls. And the Twin Rivers Royals and the Doniphan Dons will play for first in the varsity boys. Now, we are planning on doing at least the varsity girls and varsity boys if they can get everything set up with the cameras over at Three Rivers. If not, we'll at least have the Don's Twin Rivers game on the radio. So you'll just have to tune in tomorrow to see what we've been able to come up with. Matt hadn't been able to find out for sure. They say he can get out, or we can get on over there, but we'll just have to wait and see. So hopefully we'll be on tomorrow night, and even if he gets on, they might even possibly do the JV game. I don't know with the Dons playing in the first place game. So it is going to be Twin Rivers' basketball to start the third quarter with that 2-point lead. They will send out Gerke, Hester, Baxter, South, and Lewis. Donettes send out Mashing, Friend, Eddington, and Beal, and Savannah Aaron. South to Lewis, cross court, Hester. Fakes the 3, lobs underneath the South, nice catch, puts it up, Haley Beal blocked it, and it comes down in the hands of Savannah Aaron. Good block by Beal. And she stayed on the floor and didn't go for the fake. And almost a steal again. Twin Rivers, those quick hands. Beal at the free throw line, wide open, turnaround jumper's good. 17 for Haley Beal. And we're tied at 30. We played about 40 seconds here in the second half. Hester dribbles left side, gives it to Gerke in the corner. To Baxter in the paint. Kicks it out to South. Wide open 15-footer's good. The Donettes, they got to make Baxter or whoever catches the ball besides Lewis and South shoot that basketball. Beal bounces up in the front court to Aaron. Back to Beal. Franklin Friend was wide open on the other side, but Twin Rivers' defense was covering them up and hounding them there, and they didn't see her. Paige Eddington gives it out to Friend. To Beal again, same spot, turnaround jumper, good again. Right just inside the free throw line, that's 2 in a row. She's been wide open. Donettes still playing a 1-3-1. Lewis over to Hester. Hester's made a couple of buckets, but I still would lay off of them and make sure I stay with South and Lewis. South in the corner, fakes the 3, dribbles in, bounces Baxter wide open low, and if she's going to be fouled by Jacob Friend, that'll probably be 2 shots. I don't know. You never know the way they've been calling this. And they are going to give her 2 shots. Foul was on Jake. What did they call that on? 42. Katie Baxter makes the first free throw. Donettes don't have a 42 out there. Well, Katie Baxter gets her first point. Makes it 33-32. I don't know where they got. There's no 42 out there. Next one, no good. Ball tipped out and is going to be saved by Emily Edier. And she has it stripped and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Hester. And Emily Joyner coming back in for Twin Rivers. Edier had just checked in for Savannah Aaron. That foul had to be on Jacob Friend. She was the only one out there who had a 4 in her number. Twin Rivers still full court pressing. Mashing in the middle to Beal. Left side to Friend. Friend takes it into the paint all the way to the hole. Shot up no good, but she's going to be fouled before the shot. And that one's going to be on Joyner as her first foul. Mashing inbounds in the corner. Out to Beal. Back in the corner to Friend. Back to Beal on the wing, now up front to Mashing. It's 33-32 Twin Rivers with 5:55 left in the third quarter. Beal open in the corner again. This three-pointer short though. And Paige Eddington's going to get the rebound. And her pass is stolen by Lewis and she's going to have a run out. Donettes went for the steal. A good hustle by Haley Beal to get back and knock it out of bounds. Kylie Lewis tried to get a little fancy there with that little one-handed flip up there. And Beal hustled back and knocked it out of bounds and didn't foul. So Gerke will inbound it. Inbounds to South. Ball tipped away. Don't back off of her. She missed the shot though. But the rebound is going to be saved by Hester into Lewis. Over to South. South crossover move. Dropped it off low. And it's intercepted by Jacob Friend. And Timberly Mashing has it knocked away from behind. And they caught South this time. They said she got a piece of the hand. I still can't figure out when you dribble around somebody that you don't know that they're behind you. I have a hard time figuring that one out. She just dribbled around her and then forgot she was back there and almost got it stolen. Mashing gives it to Beal in the middle of the floor. Donettes with a chance to take the lead. Bound low to Eddington. Gets around Joyner, puts it up, it's good. And we got a foul on Emily Joyner. And that gives the Donettes a 1-point lead. And a good move by Paige Eddington and a good find there by Haley Beal from up around the head of the key. The Donettes need to make some free throws. Paige is 2 out of 4 tonight. She has 10 points now. And Joyner checks out and Katie Baxter comes back in. That was Joyner's second foul. And the free throw, no good. Donettes 2 out of 7. 34-33, Donettes up by 1. Hester, right side to Lewis. In the corner to South, back to Lewis. Cross court to Hester. She's wanting to throw that cross court pass to South. Back to Gerke. She's open from 15. It's short. And Timberly Mashing's going to get the rebound. She's going to be tied up. And it will be Donettes' ball on the alternating possession this time. So with 4:50 left in the third quarter, the Donettes lead 34-33. Beal up in midcourt. Gives it back to Eddington, and Eddington will dribble into the front court. Bounces back to Beal. Now to Eddington on the left side. She lets the traffic clear, gives it back to Friend, now to Mashing. Friend bounces to Emily Edier. Back to Friend. She's going to shoot a 3. Oh, a little short. Eddington with the offensive rebound again. Takes it back out to Beal. Into the paint. Bounces, gets it back, shoots it, missed it. And a jump ball, and it's going to be Twin Rivers' ball. Again, the Donettes miss a golden opportunity. When Haley Beal dribbled that ball, it went way up above her head. Then she had to run it down, and she was kind of off balance when she shot it. Shot it a little bit short. So Twin Rivers with a chance to regain the lead. Kylie Lewis open deep. Thought about it. Beal jumps out on her. Gives it to South. South dribbles into the paint. She's cut off. Out in the corner to Lewis. Picked up quickly, back to South. She's going to shoot a 3 at the head of the key, no good. And another tie ball on the rebound, this time Baxter and Edier, and it'll belong to the Donettes. Back to the full court pressure. Inbounds pass comes to Haley Beal. Up ahead to Mashing. In the corner, Jacob Friend. Thank you, Terry. Three-pointer, no good. Ball bounces out to Beal. Has it knocked away, but they're going to call a foul on Katie Hester. And that is going to be team foul number 4. We got a timeout by Coach Westerfield. So the Donettes will have it here in Twin Rivers with 4 fouls. And I just got the brackets for the district. And that starts a week from Saturday. The girls got the number 3 seed. They will play Woodland on Saturday at 1:45 p.m. And the boys got the number 2 seed, and they play right after that at 3 o'clock against East Carter. Saxony Lutheran got the number 1 seed in the boys, and Arcadia Valley in the girls. Don's got the number 2 seed in the boys, Twin Rivers 3, Woodland 4, Arcadia 5, Clearwater 6, East Carter 7, and Fredericktown 8. In the girls, it was Arcadia Valley 1, Saxony Lutheran 2, the Donettes 3, Twin Rivers 4, Fredericktown 5, Woodland 6, East Carter 7, and Clearwater 8. We'll talk more about that next week in our final regular season games. Donettes here need to build on this lead. Pass to Edier in the corner. Out to Mashing. Wide open 3. Doesn't take it. Over to Jakelin Friend. Back to Mashing on the right side. The Beal in the corner. Cross court to Friend. Dribbles to the baseline. Goes in and goes up kind of wild there. And the ball is knocked out of bounds by Paige Eddington. And neither team here taking advantage of the other's mistakes right now. As both teams have had several opportunities with the score 34-33 Donettes. Hester dribbles down into the paint, out to South, wide open 3. That's going to be good every time. And again, they followed Hester into the lane and left South wide open. Why, I don't know. Over to Eddington, the Donettes got to hurry. They just barely get it across. And Jakelin Friend gives it to Eddington. It's 36-34 Twin Rivers now. They followed Hester down into the lane when she dribbled down in there. They don't need to do that. I really don't understand that. Mashing goes in, goes up, no good. The ball bounces right back to Paige, and she missed the shot. And then Baxter and Hester kind of get a hold of the ball at the same time and move, and that's a travel on Twin Rivers. Jakelin Friend checks out for Doniphan, and Savannah Aaron back in. Inbounds pass comes to Eddington at the head of the key. 2.5 minutes left third quarter. The Donettes trail 36-34. Out to Beal in the corner. Gets around her man, open from 15. It's good again. Well, she is having a great night here on her last game in Doniphan here at the home court. She's got 21, and it's 36-36. Lewis in the corner, Gerke. Back to Lewis, bounces to Baxter. Baxter gets around the defense, down in the lane, shot up, almost went. And that's that don't move your feet defense, and I think that was Emily Edier. She just kind of reached in instead of moving over in front of her. And that'll give Baxter 2 free throws. She's got 1 point in the ball game. And this one's off the back iron, no good. 2:02 left third quarter. It's 36 all. The Twin Rivers hadn't shot free throws much better than the Donettes have. She puts this one up and missed it badly, but they get the offensive rebound, and then Gerke going to the floor just flips it up, and it comes down in the hands of Mashing. The Donettes got a 3-on-2. Beal bounces to Edier. She puts it up, and she missed the easy one. And then Twin Rivers is going to get the rebound. Doggone it. You got to make that shot. South back the other way. In the corner now to Lewis. Out to South. Over to Hester. Hester on the left side. Down low, Lewis catches underneath, puts it up. And Haley Beal fouls her. That's a bad foul there by Haley because she's about 5-6 inches taller than Lewis. And Lewis most likely won't miss her. She's a good shooter. She's got 5 points. Free throw, nothing but net. 37-36. Gerke checks out, and Joyner comes back in. And Lewis with 1 more free throw, and it's good. Jakelin Friend's going to give Haley Beal a rest with minute 33 left in the third quarter. Donettes trailing 38-36. Eddington bounces in the middle of the floor to Mashing. Over to Jacqueline Friend. Now, Donette's going to have to get some offense out of Eddington or Friend here because Mashing's going to try a three. No good. And the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds by Eddington. That was a good look at the shot. It just didn't go. Remember, we got Greenville and Neelyville's varsity boys coming up for third place after this game. We're right here on YouTube, brought to you by Kurt River Broadcasting. And now a bad pass that the Donettes don't take advantage of, and Hester's going to shoot a three from the head of the key, no good. And Paige Eddington clears the boards. Gives it out to Mashing. Mashing gets around south, back into the center of the floor. Up ahead to Eddier. Back out to Savannah Aaron, over to Mashing. Now to Friend. She's open for three. Shot up, no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds off the Donettes. Well, they just can't buy a three-point shot. They've got one from Mashing and 1, 2, 3 from Haley Beal, but Jacqueline Friend hadn't been able to get one to go in tonight. The Twin Rivers with the ball here with 30 seconds left. Hester penetrates out to south, kicks it across court to Lewis. Back out front to Hester with 23 seconds. Now over to Caitlin South. She'll back it back out. They may go for the last shot here unless they can get one right underneath. 12 seconds left, now 10. You better stay on her and Lewis. Lewis open in the corner. Three-pointer up, no good. But they're going to get the rebound, and South's going to turn and fire one up, and it's good. That's what you get for not getting the rebound. And it's 41-36, Twin Rivers at the end of three. We'll be back here in a minute. One quarter to play here in our girls' third place game, and a big three-pointer from Caitlin South at the buzzer there. After a missed three by Kylie Lewis, Donettes didn't get the rebound, and she actually just turned around, squared up, and fired that thing in there. And they've got the ball here to start the fourth quarter, and they've got a 5-point lead. They've got Hester, Lewis, South, Joyner, and Baxter out there. South in the left corner, back to Lewis. Now up front to Hester. Donettes still in the 1-3-1 zone. Back over to Lewis on the left side. She dribbles back out, gives it to South in the corner. Bounces down low, bad pass picked off by Paige Eddington. She's double teamed, got to get some help, and her pass is batted out of bounds. So that'll give Twin Rivers a chance to set up their full court press. Donettes have Eddington, Mashing, Beal, Eddier, and Friend out there. And somebody's got to start getting some points besides Haley Beal and Paige Eddington. But Beal's going to put it up, and she scores again. Maybe not if the Donettes can get some stops on the other end. They may not need any help, but they got to stop Twin Rivers at the other end. 41-38. South in the corner. Back out front to Hester. Swings it left side to Lewis. Lewis is going to shoot a long one. No good. And the ball tipped around, and Haley Beal gets it. I think she looked at that one too long before she shot it. Mashing will bring it up for the Donettes. Gives it to Jacqueline Friend. Right back to Mashing. Mashing backs it out. Back on the right side to Jacqueline Friend. Gives it to Beal. And Beal has it stripped away by Joyner. And then Haley Beal ties her up. But that's kind of a wasted possession there and a wasted possession arrow. Katie Gerke back in for Twin Rivers, and she replaces Katie Baxter. It will be Donettes' ball, but they might need that possession later on. We've got a little loose with the ball again. Eddington from the free throw line. It's good. And it's a one-point game again, 41-40. Twin Rivers leads it. 6.5 minutes left in the game. Lewis, left side, in the corner to Gerke. Little baseline. She cut off, throws it back out. Mashing steps in, intercepts it. Head to Friend. Paige Eddington's wide open. Eddington underneath to Eddier. Eddier fakes, shoots, and scores. Nice job there. And it's 42-41, and the Donettes have scored 6 in a row. 6 minutes left. Hester penetrates, gives it to South. Bounces to Gerke, out to Lewis, deep on the left wing. Back on the baseline. Now back to Lewis on the wing. Over to Hester. Hester wide open, doesn't take it. In the corner to Gerke. Pass in the middle, stolen by Eddington. Eddington's going to be one-on-one with Lewis. Goes down, jump stop, scores. Nice job by Paige as she jump stopped. And now Coach Westerfield calls a timeout as the Donettes have scored the first 8 points here in the fourth quarter. And went from 5 down to 3 up. And that's a good start to this fourth quarter. They can keep it going. A lot of times those timeouts stop the momentum. We'll take a short break and we'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. We got 5:36 to go in the ball game, and the Donettes were trailing 41-36 when this fourth quarter started. And the first 2 minutes and 24 seconds, the Donettes have outscored the Lady Royals 8-0, and they lead it by 3. It'll be Twin Rivers' basketball, and Katie Hester will bring it into the front court. Clock winds down to 5:28 to go. Kylie Lewis gives it to South. They leave her open for a second. They're three-pointers in and out. And Paige Eddington with a rebound, and Emily Joyner goes over her back. That's the third one on Joyner. That's also team foul number 5. I don't know if the Donettes want to get in the bonus or not, though, the way they're shooting free throws. They're only 2 out of 7 so far, so still full court pressure. Haley Beal's going to dribble it up. Stops in the back court. South got a hand on it, and then she's tied up. Too much dribbling, not enough passing. I just heard Coach Cronister say you're supposed to pass the ball. She had 3 girls on her. Somebody had to be open. Lewis, three-pointer, can tie it here. Twin Rivers is pretty adept at shooting those. In the lane, Joyner's open, and her shot's blocked. Gerke had a hand on it. And it's knocked out of her hands by Paige Eddington. That was a good play because she was getting ready to shoot a little jumper right there underneath the basket. Inbounds pass comes to Lewis. Out to Caitlin South at the head of the key. Puts it on the floor, down into the paint, and she's called for a travel. Donettes got to get it inbounds. They get it into Haley Beal. Back to Paige Eddington. Back to Beal. Up in the front court, lobbed it to Eddier. Wide open underneath, but the ball batted right back to her, but she does get it. Hands it to Eddington. Eddington will throw it back out front. The Donettes will set it up with 4:35 to go. Mashing with it out front. To Beal at the free throw line, open again, and it's good again. It bounced around a few times and fell in, and it's 46-41 Donettes. And we've played almost half this quarter. Twin Rivers has not scored yet. Joyner on the baseline. Down underneath to Gerke. She turns off the glass and it's good. 8 points for Gerke. Donettes break the press easily. Get it into the front court. Mashing, double team. Gets it to Eddington. And she does the wise thing. Takes it back out front. We're halfway through this fourth quarter. Free throw line to Beal again. Takes it to the baseline. Goes up, her shot blocked. And she forced that one a little bit, and then she commits the foul. That's only team foul number 4 on the Donettes, and that's Beal's second foul. 46-43. And again, a three-pointer will tie it here. 3:48 left in the ball game. Caitlin South in the right corner. Dribbles one time, back to Hester, over to Lewis. She's going to try to tie it. And she, it rounded out. And Paige Eddington gets the rebound. That one went down in and come back out. That would have tied the game. Mashing passes up ahead to Jacqueline Friend. Back to Timberland Mashing with 3:20 left. Donettes leading 46-43. Mashing puts it on the floor. Back out front to Haley Beal. The Twin Rivers looks like they've gone man-to-man. And Beal's going to be fouled by Kylie Lewis. That is going to be Lewis's third personal. And one more. The Donettes will be in the bonus. Three minutes and 10 seconds left. 46-43 Donettes. We're trying to beat Twin Rivers for the third time this year. Mashing gives it to Jacqueline Friend, back out to Haley Beal. Donettes going to make sure they don't get caught in the 3-second area here. Haley Beal's pass is tipped. Got to get to it. Then we're going to have a foul. Ooh, Jacqueline Friend gets stowed to the floor. And maybe this will get Jacqueline going here. He's going to get to shoot a one-on-one with 2:55 to go. And the Donettes are only 2 out of 7 at the line so far. And both of those have been made by Paige Eddington. That foul was the third one on Katie Gerke. And the Donettes will be in the bonus the rest of the game here. And you can bet if Twin Rivers has to, they're going to put them on the line. And a good free throw there by Jacqueline Friend. And that is her first point of the ball game. And I would want her and Haley Beal at the line as much as possible if they go to getting fouled. But both free throws are good. That makes the score 48-43. Donettes up by 5. 2:50 to go. Got to guard that three-point line, especially South and Lewis. Gerke's going to shoot one. Oh, she makes it. Well, I said try somebody else, and they did, and she made it. 48-46, 2:40 to go. And another timeout. Was that a short one or a long one? That's a full timeout, so we'll take a short break, and we'll be back. Donettes lead 48-46. Folks, this is going down to the wire here. The Donettes lead 48-46 over the Twin Rivers Lady Wolves. I said earlier, we're trying to beat them for the third time this year. And we got 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Big three-pointer by Katie Gerke, who's not really known for her three-point shooting. But she does have 11 points tonight for Twin Rivers. And it's going to be Donettes' ball, but they're facing full court pressure. Haley Beal's got it in the backcourt, hands it to Paige Eddington. Eddington will get it across the timeline, gives it back to Timberland Mashing. Mashing guarded by Hester. Gets around her, throws it out to Jacqueline Friend. Over to Haley Beal. 2:20 left. Beal reverses her dribble. Down into the paint. Stops, hands it off to Eddier. Eddier lays it up again. Good job. Beautiful pass from Haley Beal on the drive. Eddier's got 6, and it's 50-46. Hester with the ball. Dribbles into the paint, kicks it out in the corner to South. Picked up quickly. Bounces it to Baxter. Ball knocked away, loose on the floor. And it's still loose, and Hester comes out with it. Gets it to Gerke. Gerke goes up, puts it up, no good. Now Hester's right there and get the rebound. She missed it. And Paige Eddington gets it, falls to the floor. And they call it travel. She might have had a little help, but, Twin Rivers gets it back. And it'll be Gerke to throw it in. 1:49 to go. In the corner, comes into Lewis. She dribbles back out front, throws it over to South. South, gonna step back three, shot up short. Offensive rebound by Baxter. She puts it up and it's good. Donettes just can't get the rebound to keep them from getting back to within 2 points. Haley Beal into the front court. Down to Jacqueline Friend, almost traveled with it, and then she's fouled. It's going to be on Caitlin South. Well, Jacqueline's going to go back to the free throw line again. She was 2 out of 2 there a while ago, and it's still a 1-and-1, so have to make the first one. 50-48. Donettes with a minute 25 to go. Free throw up and no good. And Paige Eddington gets the rebound. And she throws it away. And then a foul on the Donettes. Oh, got it. That's team foul number 5. That one was on Jacqueline Friend. And Twin Rivers got a chance to tie. They can take the lead with a three-pointer, so you better guard that three-point line. Gerke in the corner, back to Lewis. Lewis back out front to Hester. 1:08 to go. Donettes lead by 2. Lewis bounces to Gerke. Dribbles baseline, cut off, and the ball knocked out of bounds by Paige Eddington. Gerke keeps trying to dribble baseline. I wish they'd let her dribble down there and then trap her. Inbounds pass comes into South. Step back three by South. No good. Ball loose on the floor. Twin Rivers gets it again. Out front to South. 50 seconds to go. Down low, Joyner puts it up and in. We're tied. 45 seconds to go. Haley Beal takes it down. Fakes, throws it back out front. 38 seconds to go. Donettes can win it with a bucket here. And they're going to try to run their delay game and get it down. Haley Beal dribbles over to the other side. Back out front to Eddington. 25 seconds. Eddington all the way down to the baseline. Back out front to Mashing with 23 seconds. Mashing over to Haley Beal. Heard Coach Conister will call a timeout here pretty soon. 15 seconds to go. Oh, and Caitlin South steals it away. And she's got Gerke up ahead, and she runs it down in the corner. Saves it into Lewis. Down to 6 seconds. Hester in the corner. Gerke takes it in, puts it up. It won't go. Oh, they called a foul. You got to be kidding me. Well, Twin Rivers is going to win it here probably. All they got to do is make one free throw. Minute, 1.5 seconds to go. Oh my gosh. The foul was on Emily Eddier. Well, all Gerke's got to do is make one free throw and the game's probably over. She's got shooting 2. And the Donettes just hadn't been able to get the defensive rebound. If they would have, they'd have won this game. They keep giving Twin Rivers chance after chance, and you keep giving them chances, they're going to make it sooner or later. Earlier tonight, the Neelyville Junior Varsity boys won the 3rd place trophy over Greenville, 53-41. Tomorrow night at 5:30 at the Best Activity Center, the Doniphan Dons Junior Varsity and East Carter play for 1st place. And at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, Neelyville Lady Tigers and the Naylor Lady Eagles for 1st place. And at 8:30, Doniphan Dons Twin Rivers Rules play for 1st place in the varsity boys. Coming up here shortly, about 15 minutes after this game concludes, we'll have Greenville and Neelyville's boys playing for the varsity 3rd place trophy. Well, the pressure's on Katie Gerke here, but all she's got to do is make one, and it's a 2-shot foul, so there's not really a lot of pressure on her unless she's just not a good free throw shooter. But, you know, that's all the Donettes can hope for is that she misses both of them and they go to overtime. Well, Gerke steps up there, and it's good. That'll do it, folks, so they're not going to have time, I don't think. That's 12 points for Gerke. She got another one here. Next one up, and it's good. Coach Connors is going to call a timeout here to try to set up a play, but that's a long way to have to throw the ball to get it in and get a shot off. If they can get it into the front court and hit a 3, they can win it, but what are the chances of that happening? Well, it's been close all the way throughout. The Donettes had a chance here. They just could not get the defensive rebounds on when Twin Rivers would shoot down there, and Twin Rivers basically just shot until they made it. Time's about to run out on them. The score was 50-46, so Twin Rivers has scored the last 6 points. And Donettes had the ball there, and Haley Beal got stripped by Caitlin South. South she's a heck of a player, I'll tell you that right now. She got another year to go as well. But we'll see what Coach Conister draws up. He's going to have whoever his best baseball thrower, and that's probably Paige Eddington, probably going to take the ball out of bounds, and they're going to have to try to get it up around midcourt somewhere. All the other 4 girls go to the other end, but we'll see what he draws up here. I know it's going to try to go to Haley Beal or Jacob Friend, one or the other. Now Coach Connors is going to call another timeout. Maybe he changed his mind. Well, it's another full timeout, but we better keep it here. We don't want to miss it if anything does happen. I'm running out of anything to say, though. The tournament's about over. Yeah. It has been a good tournament, though. Been big crowds here at Doniphan about every night. And no exception here. Good crowd here tonight for the third place games. Been a lot of people in and out of here since last Saturday. Well, last Saturday there was a lot of people in and out of here. It was 9 games where you had all 3 schools having 3 different teams playing. There was a lot of folks in and out of here. I'm not really sure where the tournament goes to next year. I forgot. I used to know the rotation, but I forgot where it goes. Well, we're getting ready to try it again here. Donette's going to have a miracle. And now Coach Chronister does have a little bit different setup here. We've got Haley Beal at midcourt. We'll see what... And Paige Eddington runs the baseline, and she's going to call another timeout. Good thing Coach Chronister had some timeouts, wasn't it? And now this time they don't have any more, I don't think. It still shows one up there, but I thought it showed one before they called that one. And the officials over there making sure, that's a 30-second timeout, making sure, they still got one showing, don't they, on the board. Making sure that as soon as the ball's touched, the clock starts. Oh, now they took it off. Okay, so the Donettes are going to have to throw it in bounds this time. They don't have any timeouts left. And if they take too long and they throw a long pass, it's got to touch somebody in bounds before the 5 seconds is up, so they're going to have to throw it pretty quickly. It's been a good comeback for the Lady Royals here. As I said, the Donettes need a miracle. Paige Eddington will throw it in from the far end. As she throws it up into the front court, ball tipped, and that's going to do it. Twin Rivers wins it 52-50 over the Donettes and claim the third place trophy here in the OFC tournament. 52-50 is our final, and Twin Rivers got the last 6 points in this one as the Donettes had a 50-46 lead and turned the ball over a couple times. They could have won it, but Twin Rivers gets one here, and Donettes still lead the season series 2-1, but they would like to have this one for that trophy. Well, we're going to take a short break here. We'll be back probably in about 12, 13 minutes, something like that, before the start of the Greenville-Neelyville Varsity boys game. And we'll give you the scoring for this one when we return here before the start of the third place varsity game. So we will return shortly, so keep that YouTube turn right there to that Current River broadcast, and we'll be back shortly.